Hello guys, this is just a video of all the upgrades on my ARRMA Granite and just to show you most of the weak points of the truck as well, as I get loads of comments just about what upgrades I do and how to make it more durable. So yeah, I just hope you enjoy the video. So just a bit of a background on the truck. I've almost had this truck for a year now from this date, and overall I would say I haven't really put that many upgrades on it. It's been a really fantastic, durable truck. It's exceeded my expectations massively. I really didn't think this truck was going to be as good as it was. I mean, this truck compared to the tractor Stampede I used to have is just a completely different animal. I mean, if anyone's been watching my videos for a while, the tractor Stampede had quite a lot of upgrades on it compared to this, I would say anyway, and it just handles so much more better. So another question I get a lot is, which truck should I get, the ARRMA Granite or the tractor Stampede? And if you're just looking for a really durable truck to be on at the skate park, the Granite is a much better truck. I mean, it requires less upgrades, and it just handles a lot better. And I'm not saying the tractor Stompede's a bad truck. I mean, it's just a different sort of truck when it comes to handling. It's a lot higher center of gravity, and they just handle a lot differently, and it does require a lot more upgrades compared to, let's say, the Granite and any other trucks out there. But it really is more the ARRMA versus the tractors. So the weak points of the truck are the servo. That is, when it comes factory, it's like a 6 kilogram servo. You can barely move the wheels. I'll just quickly grab an ARRMA Granite stock wheel. So this is a stock ARRMA Granite wheel and the 6 kg servo. Can barely move this. It's I don't know why they went with a 6 kilogram servo. They have a 15 in Typhon 3S. I just feel like that the 15 would have been a much better option. Another weakness of the truck is the shocks, because they leak after a certain amount of time, and they come with this like eyelid ball design where they don't screw into the shaft, they actually just press on. And if you upgrade to RPM arms, what with the stock shafts is that they pull. If you hit it in a certain angle, they will pull. They will just literally pull the shaft out of there, and they're rendered useless pretty much. So that's another weakness of the truck. Another weakness is the arms. You can get these RPM arms, front and rear. Yeah, it took me quite a while to break mine, to be fair. It took about 2 months. Just landed it really hard on one of the corners of the truck, and I just basically broke it in half. And then I upgraded to these RPM arms here. Another semi weakness is the toe links. As you can see, mine is slightly bent from a bad landing. These will bend. You can straighten them out relatively easy, but yeah, that's another weak spot. But I haven't really bent too many of these, to be fair. So another thing that do wear out quite quickly are the pivot balls. That's these things in here. They are all loose on mine. They just wear out over time. Even the steering ones. You can get aluminium ones, but it doesn't really bother me. It doesn't really impact what's on the truck. When the truck's handling, it's not uncontrollable. It still works relatively good. It handles really well still, considering that the pivot pulls are pretty well worn. If you've watched a few videos on the ARRMA Granite, some people do say that the wheelie bars are a weak spot. I haven't had any issues with my wheelie bar. Apparently they snap over here, but I haven't had any issues with mine so far. But yeah, that might be another weak spot that some people have come across. So that's all the weak spots I've come across on the truck. Well, let's get through to the upgrades. Another question I get a lot is, what body is this? It's actually for a Traxxas Stampede. It's a durable body. It's taken some really massive hits. A lot more durable than the stock body, for sure. But it's just a nightmare to cut. I wouldn't recommend it. Mostly because you gotta cut the bump a bit here. And then you gotta line it up. And it's just not worth risking messing up your body and getting cracks and that in it for the price of these, when you can go out and go to Pro Bodies RC, I think it is, and get a dedicated granite body for it. Lots of work with the heat gun as well. I had to heat gun all this back here and press it down. I had to sand it down a little bit around here, and so these body mounts could come through. But it's held up pretty well. I'll give it that. So basically, again, this is a Proline brute body for the Traxxas Stampede. I'll put a link and the parts numbers in the description, like I will do with all these upgrades. Right, let's get on to the next bit. Another upgrade I would recommend doing is a servo. This is a JX Ecoboost servo. It's really fast. It's got loads of torque. You move these wheels easy. It's I think it's like 0.9 seconds the servo speed is on it. So really fast servo. And I haven't had any issues with it, to be honest. I think I've had it for about 6 months or something like that. It's held up really well. Took it to the beach and it survived there. Splashed through water when it's not even waterproof. Yeah, it's been a really good servo to me, and it's lasted a while. Another upgrade I'd recommend doing is the shocks. Now, I haven't changed the oil in a while, so they're not as smooth as they were when I first got them. But yeah, I'd recommend these shocks. They really do transform how well the truck handles and everything. You can also get rebuild kits for them. So if you bend a shock shaft, you don't need to worry about buying a whole new shock set. You just buy a rebuild kit. The only problem is, it's not a massive problem in my opinion, but they come with these little washer things here, and when they come off, your shock moves like that. It's not a massive issue, I would say, but it might bug a few people. And it's not so much more as an issue at the bottom. It's not as big as an issue at the bottom, but yeah, I've bent a few shock shafts, but overall I would recommend some decent aftermarket shocks for this truck as well. Another upgrade I would recommend doing is these 17mm hexes. Now if for some reason you want to upgrade the power to 4S, I would recommend 17mm, because if you use the stock 14mm, you'll just round off the hexes in your wheels. These tyres are Fastrax X blocks. They're just a really nice tyre. They are 1/8 Truggy tyres, so I would recommend buying the Typhon arms, because it can rub on the body sometimes. But yeah, these are really nice tyres. They don't balloon too much, so it doesn't make it uncontrollable at high speeds. So on this truck, I generally just run 3S. 3S is plenty of power, in my opinion, for this truck. At the minute, I'm just running the BLX 100 system, and I'm also going to try out this 4000 kV Hobbywing motor, but I probably will change that for a lower kV motor. And when I run 26, I normally run about 26 kV motor. That seems to be about the sweet spot for these vehicles. And I normally gear it up to 20, and you want to adjust your brake force, because the higher you gear in, the less braking you have. And yeah, obviously you need brakes. But at the minute I'm just running it on a 15 pinion. I'm gonna give this a try next time I take it out. I'm looking for another motor to put in here. Yeah, that's the ESC and the motor. Just another thing to point out, if you do upgrade to the RPM arms, it can break the chassis. I've done this on a video. I'll put a link to that video somewhere up here. Yeah, I have broken a chassis once, but that wasn't really the truck's fault. It was more my fault because of a dodgy landing, and I used to have issues with the motor wires popping out and everything. So just be a little bit wary with that. I mean, these trucks are really tough. They can take a massive beating, and just keep an eye on the chassis, basically. Look for any cracks, if there is any. Also, another good and bad point of the truck is the motor. Now, I've got a motor here, I'll just grab it. And these motors, although they do give massive power, and they're overall a good motor, the only thing is temps. They get really hot if you don't keep an eye on them. About 10 to 15 minutes, they get so hot you can't even touch them. So just mind that if you do buy a new one. This one is broke. Yeah, they just get really hot quite quickly, and if you don't watch it, you could ruin your motor rather quickly. So that's it for this video. If I missed anything out, let me know in the comments. If you got any more questions, let me know in the comments. Give this video a like, share it, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.